Corn Warriors is presented by Pivot Bio.
Road's getting pretty rough down there. We didn't work on much yet this spring. So, we're coming down here. We actually ran the Soil Warrior down here. We are running the Soil Warrior again this year, just for the seed bed prep. So we ran some strips last week down here, and we'll come down here and take a look at them and see how they look. This field here has actually been our highest yielding field in the last, I think, 3 years. See how wet, dry it is, and take a look at the strips here. This is the upper bottom. Cardinal killer. No.
And last but not least, if you want your corn knee-high by July, better get the plant, boys. I make my living off the land.
We're definitely gonna get rowdy this year.
With aching back and callous pain.
I'd like to say that this season's gonna be better.
Old man said you reap what you sow.
If you're gonna do something, be the best you can be at it.
Out here in these fields of gold.
It's hard out here.
I move harder, work harder. I get the job done, yeah, I'm a farmer. I don't back down no matter what comes my way.
I'm always bringing the heat. We in Alabama.
I'm an early riser, an all-nighter. Call me plowboy, yeah, I'm a fighter. Ain't gonna stop till they put me in my grave.
We're coming back a little harder this year.
I'm a warrior. I'm a warrior.
We ran a strip till Soil Warrior here about a week ago. So we just come down and take a look at the strips, and we'll go out here and take a look and see what kind of seed bed it makes. A little wet here, Joe. We're with Joe Deadman with Monty's here. So guys, here's what we're gonna talk about. This is what we liked about the strip till. Last year was the first year we ran the strip till. You know, we were really impressed with the seed bed that it makes. Now this field, you know, this river bottom, we always gotta work it in the fall because of corn stalks washing away. So this was disc ripped once, and then we just come back in just to make the strips. So, you know, our goal is to grow this field to average 350 bushel corn. That's, you know, the average is what you're after, but we want to bust that 400 mark. And 17 was the best we ever averaged, and I think it was in that 360, 365 area. You know, it didn't matter like that year. It didn't matter if you pulled a spot right here or you went in that far corner over there. It was the most even corn we've ever had. But ultimately, you know, we want to bust that 400 and preferably that 443 mark to break the non-irrigated world record. That's what we're after.
And I think we've been concentrating on that this winter, especially at the schools. We're talking about increasing soil health, which is biology. We're doing things here that is complementing the biology, and it takes the biology to get to that kind of yield. And so we're really focused on soil health everywhere.
So that's kind of what we like. And so what we'll do, we'll come in, drop our road cleaners down just to bust a few of them bigger dirt clods out and plant right into this then.
In Season 5 of Corn Warriors, yield isn't everything. The Progressive Warrior Rating, or PWR, measures farming excellence throughout the growing season. These are the three main categories to the PWR score: prestige, performance, and difficulty. Prestige is where we measure yield, and we're looking for high farm average, state, and a national record. When it comes to performance, we focus on ROI, yield loss, and emergence. Difficulty is all about test weight and population. All of these elements add up to the farmer's Progressive Warrior rating. And the contestant with the highest PWR is crowned the Corn King.
We're out today looking at a pivot biofield.
We're looking at being able to cut back your synthetic nitrogen and being able to replace that in furrow with a micro.
Where the starter washed out, the pivot biocorn was still green at the end of the year.
Welcome, everybody. Season 5 Corn Warriors. Boy, that's crazy. Excited to be here on our 3rd year on Corn Warriors. We're been pretty dry here lately. We've missed a few rains, and so we're out with the Soil Warrior today, making some strips. And the one thing with this Soil Warrior is it's got the most consistent seed bed from one end of the field to the other than we've ever experienced. So hopefully we can boost a little more yield up than what we had last year. So this spring so far, really the whole month of March, we're dry. We're just drier than we usually are this time of year, which is great. We're out here getting some work done, but at the same time, you know, it's a little bit scary. We had a cold snap come through. We're fighting. We got 4 days of cold weather here, and you know, I think it's too cold to plant right now. But you know, the forecast is looking like this cold stuff's going to break. I think we got another day of this, and then it's going to warm up. We got a lot of 70-degree days, so I expect us to be planting within a week.
Dark, then gently peel off the rubber.
I'll chew his ass when I find him. Where you at? All right, we'll pull up here by my tractor, or your tractor. Hurry the hell up. What's been the holdup?
We're gonna ride around.
Is there a girl involved or what? If you're gonna be late, you need a good excuse.
Socket or wrench? This will take a while.
Everything is hose hell anymore. It takes so much. So had a memory pop up on this date last year. We were strip tilling, and I thought that was kind of ironic. This is planning on now, right now we're planning on corn. It's got a lot more potential than that. That's why I want to hit it again. Maybe last year this is, honestly, this is where we got our 336. And I think that was in 18. And ever since I started on the show, I don't know what you guys do with my yield, but it's been down. So, I don't know, maybe 3rd year's a charm. We'll see, but.
I really like our chances in 2021 over 2020. So far, it's been a better winter, better spring so far. We're definitely ahead of schedule compared to last year. So far so good. We're about to finish up with all the anhydrous ammonia. If weather holds off, we should be planting beans tomorrow. And then hopefully by the end of April, when it looks like the forecast is supposed to stay warm, we'll start on corn. Anhydrous ammonia, I like calling it NH3 because I have a speech impediment. I stutter a lot. So I will use a lot of different slangs and terminology. It's easier for me to say. One of the misconceptions of the NH3, everybody thinks that you can't yield corn high yield with it. And we've had very good luck with it. You know, the safety aspect of it, you gotta respect it. She will respect you. All of our employees here know how to handle it. It's a liquid nitrogen form, so whatever it's gonna hit, you know, it's ammonia, you know, it's ammonium form. So we don't have to worry about it leaching or moving too much because it can all be stabilized when it's in that ammonium form. Valve popped open. Okay, all done.
Cory, what happened?
Just the valve popped off. Opened up. Today we got a crew of 7 guys here. So me and Junior's in the bar. That's what we call these right here behind me. We've got 4 tank haulers. We got Dad, Matt, Mark, and Don. They're 4 hauling the tank, so when they get empty, they're going back to Sunrise and South Charleston, getting filled and going back to the field. And then we got Poe here. Poe's helping us with the service truck, just keeping things going. He is a hook and unhook guy. Definitely gonna get rowdy this year. We gotta get rowdy. We gotta keep things fair. The 2021 slogan.
Today I'm running Monty's dry carbon. We're doing a lot more soil health stuff.
We focus on things that complement soil biology, things that complement soil health.
Soil biology is the key to everything.
And we're always mindful of the farmer that he has a good, clean product and he gets the response from it he's looking for.
Monty's is a humics leader.
The best humic product on the market is Monty's humic.
Chad Henderson from Madison, Alabama, northern part of Alabama, and we grow a little corn down here, a little wheat, little beans, and 3rd generation farmer. Been blessed to had an opportunity to farm, you know, and to come into the family farm. So we've took it and done the best we could do to take it to the next level, make the next steps. I guess we have to change that part. It is April the 16th, and we're going to plant some corn. We're about 1,200 acres in on our corn. We'll be looking at somewhere around 2,500 acres if we get all the river bottoms planted. Oh man, I'm always bringing the heat. We're in Alabama. Today's the first day of the filming, and this has been exciting so far. I'm 47 years old, so you don't ever know how many crops you got left, so if you're gonna bring the heat, you better be bringing it every year. We're approaching what we call the railroad farm. We'll work on the north side of it. This is some of the reddest dirt you'll find. I believe this farm was in cotton for like 100 years straight. We've had it in grain for the last 15 years. That and chicken litter has definitely turned it around. There it is on your left. So every time we fill up, we like to walk around the planter while we're filling up. We want to turn the wheels, make sure things are rolling, make sure ain't nothing to fall off. Ain't nothing good when something falls off the planter.
Chad is my son. We also have Stuart here today, my sister's boy, and Jackson, which is Chad's son here. We're proud of what we got here as far as being able to carry on what we're doing here. So I'm on the backside of this thing here. I run parts. I do the things I have to do to keep them going. I tell people, I said, if everybody else is doing their job, I'm doing mine. I'm just gratefully on the cutting edge of stuff here because it's going to take it. We in a world that's going to need a lot of food here coming up, and I feel like we on the right track to supply that. To do what we're doing now, when I was young, it would have took a whole tribe of people, and here we are. We work 8,000 acres with 7 of us that works here.
We're definitely always trying to beat our personal best. We would like to grow, 375, 380 bushel corn. I'd like for all my pivots to average 300, 315. Dry land side, we put enough groceries out there to grow 230 bushel. That's all up to Mother Nature down here in the South. We'll see how Mother Nature plays out.
Doing a lot of different trials, and one of them is Concept Agritech. We're doing a in-furrow starter trial. The thing I'm the most excited to try is a bunch of bugs. It's a biological. We're excited to see how they work out.
Yeah, what is it, April 30th, 2021, and we're planting corn. Oh man. The ground says it's the right thing to do. I mean, so far, we've planted about 700 or 800 acres of corn and about 600 acres of beans. And hopefully by the end of the day, we'll be close to 1,000 acres of corn. I probably have 1 to 2 breakdowns a day, but fix it and move on. We've seen some of this stuff broke so many times, we just figured out how to fix it. I'd like to say that this season's gonna be better. Prices obviously help, but and we bought all our fertilizer, most of our fertilizer early, back last fall, so this year could, definitely help us quite a bit. I got the spreader stuck about 2 weeks ago. Kind of my own fault, it was an easy tug. When you're 2-wheel drive, it doesn't take much to get stuck. Hey, my day in this thing getting stuck might be coming, I don't know. Sometimes it's easier to get stuck with the tracks on. It just depends on how good of an operator you are on a track tractor. Cory probably can relate to that. Making it look like we're getting her done. Let's get ready for the next refill. We gotta load up seed right now. A little empty.
How many acres have we done so far today?
50, I think. I don't know, I haven't been keeping count. Too much fun, right? Done a few beans, not a lot of beans though. Done some corn, but we'll have quite a bit of corn we have left to price out and sell and all that stuff yet. That's more Ryan and Dad's forte though. They're good at that stuff. They know what's up. Unless you're a farmer that hasn't bought your fertilizer, bought it this spring, it costs so much more. Once the price of corn went up, I think they figured out we need to raise the price of all the inputs too. I get COVID's screwed up some of this, but also after a year and a half, is that what it's been, a year and a half? Some of these companies, we got to figure out how we're gonna just manage with it because it looks like it's gonna be here for a long time. So.
Ran the Copperhead Furrow Cruiser this year. Been very good, very happy with it. A lot more aggressive on the closing. Just a simple addition to the planter for better closing.
We're we're out today looking at a pivot biofield.
We're looking at being able to cut back your synthetic nitrogen and being able to replace that in furrow with a micro.
Where the starter washed out, the pivot biocorn was still green at the end of the year.
So the Corn Warriors crew are out today. We're planting some of what we call our contest stuff. Some of it's contests we're doing today, some not. So I think I've said this before, but technology frustrates the heck out of me. It's great when it works, but our GPS is offline right now, and I'm sitting here, and I can plant with my markers, but I've got my drip lines in this field on RTK. So I want to be dead on with it. So I'm going to wait it out a few minutes, but if it don't come on, we're just going to plant. But it's one of the things that really frustrates me. In old days, that didn't happen. We just come out here and get her done, you know? Usually if it's a solenoid sticking, you can...
That's what I thought.
Did you
tap the solenoid?
Give the block a couple pretty good whacks when I'm doing it, you know.
I put on a new conceal knife the other day. It had some wear, unlike the other ones did. I'm not sure why, but we've got a leak in it. So I'm gonna have to call David, have him bring me some tools down. I can run with it, it's just not getting everything down just the way I want to see it, but it's still applying the product. So I'm gonna keep going here, call David. So bring my pickup down. It's got them in there and tools. Let's bring that down, will you? I'm up on North Nashville by the park. You know. Okay. All right. Bye. Just put a new one in or snap it in and try to snap it in there. Go ahead. All right, I want to double check a filter. My flow looks good, but I had some coarse sugar in there that was causing some trouble earlier. I just want to double check it. This is competition stuff. Want to make sure everything's right. So we shut our valve off. We just got to open up the filter here. But actually, that looks real good. I mean, I just got a little bit of stuff in there. That's just other contaminants, nothing to do with the sugar, so I'm good. All this liquid stuff, it's really important to have a pretty thorough filtering system and to check it occasionally, yeah.
Next week on Corn Warriors.
We had one of the best starts we've ever had.
We were extremely dry after planting. I am kind of scared.
It's just a lot of work. We're looking forward to 21.